Ladies and gentlemen, we've all been speculating like when the actual Nintendo Switch 2 release date will be, and we know it's coming out this year because Nintendo said this year. But if you had to ask me and pretty much everybody else, we're all thinking June. That just kind of makes the most sense. But there's been some rumors lately about May, or some leaks about May. And today, well, we have more evidence for May. We have some pretty interesting leaks. And I think the Switch 2 may be coming a lot sooner than we thought. So let's just go ahead and get right into this video. So stupid. I was just thinking about Dr. Evil and Austin Powers, and I thought, that'd be kind of cool to start my video this way. Turns out, it probably really wasn't that cool. But guess what? I've got a distraction. Yeah, the Switch 2 release date leak. Whoa, look over there instead of looking at my cool chair spin. Yeah. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep the community growing. And let's just go ahead and get into all these leaks. So first, let's talk about Hollow Knight Silksong. I know. How does that tie into the Nintendo Switch 2? Well, it might or it might not. But regardless, this is one of my most anticipated games of all time. I can't wait to play it. And there's a good chance this is going to be on the Nintendo Switch 2. And we have a Hollow Knight Silksong update today that kind of confirms it's releasing this year. And I just find this news timing kind of strange. You know what I mean? Like, the Switch 2 presentation is in 2 weeks. Hollow Knight Silksong news now? Hollow Knight Silksong has recently been mentioned by the head of ID Xbox alongside a handful of other games that are confirmed to be releasing this year. So it's not like the most news ever, but just hearing that it was mentioned with other games that are confirmed to be releasing this year, and they get this news 2 weeks before the Switch 2 presentation, why not? I do think they have more of a connection to Xbox and Microsoft to other companies. And I'm not sure if they're helping with like the cost of development or anything. I know Team Cherry is its own thing, but I just know they have that little connection there. But at the same time, there's rumors that Microsoft and PlayStation will be at the Nintendo Switch 2 event. So it's like, well, if Microsoft and PlayStation is going to be there, why not have Team Cherry there? And why not reveal Hollow Knight Silksong there and the release date? You know what I mean? I truly feel like this Nintendo Switch 2 presentation is going to feel like E3, and there's so much rumors and leaks about what's going to happen, so I think tomorrow, that's the video I'm going to end up making, kind of just compiling all that information. But yeah, man, maybe this will get shown off at the Switch 2 presentation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some actual leaks about the release date. For the longest time, what am I doing with my hand? I don't know what to do with my hand sometimes. It's just attached to my body. Whoa, weird. It's so stupid. God, my videos are so dumb sometimes. The Switch 2 release date, the rumor is June. And if they're showing it off April 2nd, like 60 days or a little bit after that, that's June, you know what I mean? Like the middle of June, and it sets up everything perfectly for summer. I think that would be fantastic, and it builds the console up. And then the holiday this year, I cannot imagine how incredible that's going to be. But the other day, we got a bunch of pieces of news that said May 15th. We have Nintendo World opening up May 22nd, I think, in Universal. May 15th is the Mario Kart Lego set, I believe. And then May 15th is Doom, the Dark Ages release date. And May 15th is the day the new Nintendo store opens in San Francisco. So it's like, damn, that's a lot happening in May. Does it make sense to have the Switch 2 release the same day? Well, now look at these other leaks we have. Switch 2 may be coming out in May. This information is not 100% confirmed to be true, but here it goes. At my local store, Media Market in Poland, they started selling out Switch games marked as outlet even though they have never been opened or used. They have never done this before with Switch games. After asking one of the employees of the reason behind all this, turns out they will sell out more and more games each week since they got official information to prepare the shops for May, and they need a lot of space. The shop layout will also change just like it did during the Switch launch. No official date specified, but guessing by this, the launch is 100% mid-May, early June. Update. New friends of mine that work in tech stores, RTV Euro AGD for example, also confirmed the preparation date to be May. I went over to this European website, RTV Euro AGD, just to see what was going on, and the best thing I can take away from it is it's kind of like Sears or like Best Buy. You know what I mean? Something like that. So if they did have this information, this is one of those stores that would be selling the Nintendo Switch 2 and would probably have that information. I'm going to assume this is one of the bigger retailers over in Europe. So yeah, I mean, it's not too far-fetched that this could happen. But don't worry, you want more Switch 2 release date leaks? Well, guess what? I have
another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
So we have this information right here. Ruffy in the Riverside is announced for Nintendo Switches for June 26, 2025. One of the best platformers of 2025, Ruffy in the Riverside announces June 26 release dates on PC and console. Nostalgia meets innovation in this retro-inspired 3D platformer. I've actually never ever heard of this game. I'll try to show some gameplay on the screen right now, just so you can kind of see what's going on here. But at the bottom, it says the hand-drawn platformer is jumping on the PC, Steam, and Epic Games, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and Nintendo Switches on June 26, 2025. By that time, I would assume the console's out, but I mean, I kind of feel like this is confirming that at the latest it would be June. But I mean, we know, I feel like guaranteed now, between May 15th and like June 15th, I really feel like this could be the release date for this console. I wonder how this goes, because I didn't have a Switch at launch, and I know the eShop was like kind of non-existent on the Switch when it launched, but the Switch launched with 5 digital games and 5 physical games, and then I'm gonna assume in that first year they just started adding games physically by like third party and indie, and obviously first party on like store shelves and on the eShop. So with the Switch 2 launching and being backwards compatible, would developers just add their games to the eShop ahead of time? And then obviously if it's on the Switch eShop, you could play it on the Switch 2? Or would game companies be able to add games to the Nintendo Switch 2 eShop and say this is only a Nintendo Switch 2 game? I've actually never thought about this before, and I'm thinking about how I play on my PS5 all the time. And there's games on there that will say PS5. Some of them will just say PS4, but you're playing it on the PS5. And then some will say PS5 and PS4. So I guess the question I'm trying to ask you guys, at the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation, we're going to see first party stuff from Nintendo. We're going to see Microsoft and Xbox, and then PlayStation probably as well. But is there going to be like, I don't even know how to actually ask this question. Is there going to be like indie developers that would be giving their games to Nintendo ahead of time? So when the Switch 2 is launching or building up to launch, for example, this game we just talked about, Ruffy in the Riverside, it says it's launching on Nintendo Switches on June 26th. Say we knew the Switch 2 release date was June 15th or something, would they have this game like uploaded to the Nintendo Switch 2 eShop ahead of time, or would they have to wait for the actual console to be released and then send their game over to the Switch 2 eShop? And like, can they specify this is only for the Switch 2, I don't display it on the Switch? Or did they just send it to Nintendo's eShop and then Nintendo says this is going to be on both platforms? Or if they ask, it's only on the Switch 2? I'm sure everything I just said for the past 2 minutes does not make any sense, but if you're able to decipher what a crazy person is asking you, please answer me like how that works. It doesn't even have to be for the Switch and Switch 2. It could be for PS4 and PS5. I think Xbox is different because of the way they kind of support like backwards compatibility and just playing pretty much every Xbox game on the Series X. So I just wonder what would all the games be at launch for the Switch 2, like first party stuff, some third party stuff, and then just like indie developers. Are their games going to be there day one, or will they just be on the eShop and then you can play it on both consoles? Or can they just say, my game is only coming out on the Switch 2, but it is on the eShop? So I just wonder how that's going to work. And I wonder if the eShop is going to be the same eShop across both consoles. I know on the Wii to Wii U is probably a different experience. I know the eShop is an app on the Switch, so I wonder if it will be like an app on the Nintendo Switch 2. And I think the explanation is it takes like less RAM probably to run the eShop, or saves memory somehow. So hopefully the eShop is better on the Nintendo Switch 2. But regardless, after this long ramble, the Switch 2 are releasing in May. I would have said, no way, Jose. May, no way, Jose. We're rhyming over here. I think June. But it's starting to seem more and more likely. But as always, time will tell, right? But ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think about this information? Let me know in the comments below. And if you made it to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe. And follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter, so we can keep the community growing. And I do a giveaway every single Saturday for my social media followers. So yeah, join the community. And you guys know me, I will see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.